What is up, ADHD gang? I've been really sick. I'm just kind of getting off of being like sick for a full 2 weeks straight. So this video may be in March. If it is in March, I'm still gonna post a video for March. So there may be a double for March, but yeah. So today's video, we are going to be showing off my accessories. Some of like my staple accessories, my favorite accessories, and I'm kind of more leaning towards like bags and like headwear and stuff like that. So yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to get into is headwear. For this, we'll start off with beanies, I guess, because it's cold. I think beanies are kind of a staple in my wardrobe and have become a staple in my wardrobe. I have this one that's like a blue-green kind of color, and it's a matching like kind of sort of my vibe and color palette as of recently. I gradually swapped over to beanies instead of like the like knitted hats that have like the ball on top specifically for winter, because beanies, I can wear them all the time, all year round, and they look good. So I have one, and I always recommend getting something once in one of your staple neutrals that coordinates kind of with your wardrobe, your style, and then once in a fun kind of pop of color pattern, something that also still matches. So this is like my fun pop of color. And then I have one, this one I got for like $5-6. It is a Champion one. I don't particularly care for this one as much now that I got this one. I thrifted this one because this one's thicker and it's a bit of a better quality than this one. So I'm looking to maybe replace this one, but black is just one of my staple neutrals. It goes with my style. If your style isn't beanies, you don't have to do beanies. If you're just looking for like kind of winter basics, I guess, then get a neutral kind of colored winter hat to go with it. Coming off of hats, I have some other kind of hats, stuff like that. I don't wear these hats that often. These are more like my drum corps marching band type of hats. I have this one that came from my college. I got it for free during homecoming. It's cute. It's cute. I don't wear baseball caps that often just because the brim like blocks my sight, but I keep a few on me just in case for mainly drum corps purposes and band purposes when I'm required to wear a hat. I also have this black one that I won at an event for my major, and it's a Mad Max one. I love Mad Max, by the way, so it kind of almost fits. The brim is like extra long and stiff. Like, I don't mind this if I was going for more of like a sportier kind of look. Like, I don't mind. Hats, I always turn my hats kind of just backwards just so that it protects my head and stuff like that. But a hat that I do kind of like, I got this one at homecoming and then a different homecoming, and I embroidered it. It's from my college. It's a little bucket hat. I am not on the bucket hat trend, but I got this and I can say like I will wear this out in public. I'm not usually one to do that, but I don't think it's bad. The color doesn't necessarily go too well with my wardrobe, but it was a free hat and I'm not just gonna like give it up because it does work for drum corps and marching band purposes when I kind of have to wear a hat, and I've gravitated more towards that than anything else. Also speaking, I guess this would be headwear. I don't wear regular hair ties. I wear scrunchies just because of hair damage, breakage, stuff like that. I have regular hair ties for like color guard purposes or stuff when I need like a more slicked back kind of hairstyle. But my favorite thing is claw clips. That's technically an accessory. I like the way that they go on. I like the way that they look and stuff like that. I only now have two because I had a third one and it was my favorite one and it broke because I can't keep my room clean. But yeah, for other headwear, my favorite thing is bandanas. I've gotten back into bandanas. I used to wear them a lot in high school, and then once I went to another school for half the day, like a technical school for half the day, bandanas were kind of seen as like a gangster type thing, and that wasn't okay. So then I got rid of them, but now I'm bringing them back. So I love these things. One way that I style them is I'll either put it straight over the top and I'll take the little gnome point and I'll tuck it in the back and just kind of let my hair free flow unless I'm doing something usually like color guard related for indoor a lot. When I want my hair kind of pulled back out of my face for pottery, stuff like that, I will put it on and I'll put it under. So like I said, I recommend a neutral in everything just so that you have something that you know and can guarantee will match with everything, but also get like fun colors and patterns. So this is my neutral. It's black with like a bit of a brownish kind of to it. And then I showed you this light pink one. I don't wear this light pink one too often, but yeah. And then I have my By Pride bandana that's like pink and blue and purple, and I got it one time by like, I don't want to say a mistake, but I got it at some point and then I kind of realized what it looks like, so that's what I call it. And if you don't want to go out and buy a bandana, I thrifted this piece of fabric. It was a bigger piece of fabric than enough to make the bandana, but I thrifted it and chopped it up, and you can even see like on the inside it's not double layered, like there's not enough fabric to fold over, but nobody really notices. And this is probably one of my favorites. I love this pattern. I think it's probably the best thing. And that's just about it. I'm not much of like a headband person, or to do like the tiny little like clips, or to get into anything else. But there are a tons of different hats and styles and stuff that could go with your style and personality. You'd probably just be better to look that up and see kind of what works. So let's get into bags. Okay, so we're gonna get into bags. I don't want to say I'm a big bag person, but I'm a decent, like I have a decent amount of bags. The first thing that I always say is to have some type of like backpack in your collection. I always had like some type of bigger bag, usually a backpack or something for traveling, kind of stuff like that. If I knew I was going to have a lot. This one I got from a boutique for my birthday. I don't wear it out as often. I added my own little kind of charms to it. It's got the double strap, but it also has a strap to make it a crossbody as well. And then it's got, of course, the main that pocket. There's another little one, and then like the big main. pocket, and I think it's kind of cute. It's just a simple, plain kind of bag. The color definitely doesn't go with my style, and it didn't when I got it, but in all honesty, I find it's a nice bag if I'm going out somewhere, and I need to bring a lot of stuff with me, and like a lot of like my smaller bags and my favorite bags that I drag around all the time just kind of won't fit the vibe. Like if I need to be a bit more dressier, I'll wear this. And then speaking of being dressy, I always try to keep a bag on me that's like a formal bag, and it's gonna be this one. This is from Hot Topic, the Jungle Book. I got it on sale. It was like the last one in the back. I think it's cute. It hits about my hips, and I find it really cute. I don't usually like go out to like fancy places too often, and usually when I do go out, I don't usually bring bags like this, but I keep this because like you never know. Like I'm going to a wedding, I'm going somewhere, like it's a character bag, but it's a good bag, and it's also technically in a neutral-esque type color. Most of it is black, but it's got that green in it as well, so it still goes with my color palette, but it's neutral enough that it works. So I just showed a big backpack. I also have a small backpack. This is my smaller backpack. I don't take this out as often. I hardly wear this bag at all, and I've contemplated like just getting rid of it, but then I think about it, and I know that there's definitely certain places later in life, i.e. like Comic-Cons or conventions or other places where I know that like this bag will work for, so I'm keeping it in the sense of like I know it'll get worn. It's just in my day-to-day life, I don't go enough places to like get dressed up to need to have stuff like this. Also, speaking of smaller bags, I have two bags on the kind of smallish side that don't hold much, but are sometimes enough if I'm just like barely going out somewhere. So I have this one. It's a Tech by Tamarack. I don't know the brand personally. But yeah, it's a crossbody. It hits like about waist-ish, but you can like fully take this and zip it in, and I've worn it as kind of like a fanny pack-esque type kind of bag, and it just has the front pocket and then the back pocket, so it doesn't hold much, but it's just like a smaller bag. Like if I'm going on a hike, unrealistic because I haven't been on a hike in a while, but if I'm like going on a hike, or if I know I'm going thrifting or something like that, when I'm going thrifting or I'm going shopping to like a lot of places, sometimes I'll just bring something like this that just has like my wallet, my phone, some basic essentials in here, and then I bring like a big reusable bag that you can like get from certain stores, like those big ones, and then that's what I put everything into. So I have that. And then ever since I did drum corps, I now own a fanny pack. So, and I will keep this fanny pack because I am going to continue doing drum corps probably until I die. But this is just an Ozark Trail, came from Walmart, whatever. I found Carmex. Didn't know that was in there. It's just got the two pockets. It straps big, small, most of the time. I think it looks good as like a sportier kind of fit down there like that. I think that that's a pretty decent look. All of these bags do kind of depend on what your day-to-day life looks like. Obviously, my day-to-day life doesn't include dressing up, being more formal, so a lot of my bags are more casual, kind of simplified, daily bags, cartoonish bags, character bags, kind of stuff like that. This next bag is my favorite bag. I wear it all the time. I ended up making this bag myself, and it is my tote bag. I have two. I have another one, and I lost it. I don't know where it is, but it had, my other tote bag that I made is white, and it has little vegetables on it, but this was like hand crafted. Like, I made the fabric myself. It has a knot in it so that it can get like wider, longer, whatever. And then of course I have my obsessive amount of charms and chains and drum corps memorabilia and other things on it. I think a tote bag, just because my style seems to be a bit more boho andro streetwear type vibes with a bit of like loungewear kind of tucked into it. I mix a lot of like loungewear and streetwear kind of styles together and stuff like that, and then a lot of like boho stuff, so I like the look of a tote bag. So because of this, I had to make a bigger tote bag. So I present you with this child, handmade and hand painted. Obviously, you don't have to hand make anything. You can go out and buy things yourself, but that's what the back looks like. And that's what the front looks like. And then on the inside, I didn't add like a button or a zipper or anything, but there's just like this little pouch in there. It's a pretty like decent length. It's not as long as like some of my, well, I guess it is as long as some of like my crossbody tote bags, but with every tote bag that I make the straps a little extra long so that if I really wanted to, I could go in and tie a knot at the top, make it shorter, make it a shoulder bag, and stuff like that. And that's essentially all of the bags I own. Coming from somewhere else, I do, now that I think about it, sometimes carry around this. This is a Coach wristlet that I won from a boutique. Sometimes I will carry this around as well. Technically it's a bag, I guess. Like again, this is just like that little bag that I showed you, or the fanny pack. It's like something that I know will like just probably hold my money, and then that's about it, and then I'll keep like my phone and AirPods in my pocket and stuff like that. And sometimes going out, if your outfit like permits it, whatever, sometimes with certain outfits you just don't want to carry a whole bag. Now for me, I kind of have to carry a whole bag because I have all these extras that I have to keep on me at all times. But yeah, let's get into an outro here. I found glasses. So that is gonna be it for the video. Stay tuned because the next video that I'm posting, I'm going to be going through my jewelry. We're gonna go through, I'm gonna show you some of my favorite pieces, where they came from, what I like to wear, kind of how I style and pick out my jewelry for my outfits. So yeah, keep in track with that. Please make sure you like the video. Comment down below if there is something specific you want to see, whether it be knitting, sewing, diamond, whatever. I'm also in a pottery class right now, so I could try to show a bit of that, I guess. If that's something you want to see, let me know. Also, make sure you hit that bell. I try to post once a month if I'm not deathly dying and then things come up and then I can't. So I will see you guys all later.